The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Trojans will kick it away first. Fair catch, called for and made. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Makes the quick grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet, McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
This is a designed run, and this one will be stopped for no gain. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys. And he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him. And that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Coming after it. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Handoff to the single running back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Trojans dominated this matchup last year and took home the victory bell in a blowout.
Yeah, and they were just having fun during that blowout at their cross-city rival last year. David, you could just see it on the faces of the Trojan players having fun pummeling UCLA last season.
Yeah, and I can tell you what, as a player in rivalry games, you also don't remember how much fun they had. All the celebrations, you remember all of that every day of the year, and you're coming back and you're trying to change that and do a little celebrating yourself.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations of USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be at the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them there.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bruins will hustle to the line. The play-action fake. He finds his man. Powers through. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Handoff to the lone back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Quick catch on 3rd down. Finds a crease at the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's Moss. Pocket starts to collapse. And it's caught! Touchdown, USC! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The sure hands, it's locked. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Black 24. Easy.
Quarterback will audible. Dropping back, it's Avery. Keeps looking downfield. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They're bringing heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go. But you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something up.
And the Bruins racing to the line in the hurry up. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Gonna let it fly. Brings it down on the right side. Oh, look out. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
And that pass is intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football. Made it easy for the defender to run underneath it, create an interception.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to the draw. Running with power. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back, you don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA.
Now that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll call for the fair catch here. offense is ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Trojan!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Love. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a...
Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Get set.
He'll start this drive firing. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Moss. Looking left. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarter.
Unloads it downfield. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Got out of trouble and throws. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
They keep it on the ground to open the third.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love.
Pass on the way, it's picked off. And the ball's out, and they're after it.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
He runs out of bounds at the 36, and that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. It's caught downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The Bruins moving quickly to the line. Now the play fake. The throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Yeah, it's just a throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open. It looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving. And he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to do over.
Quarterback moving. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete downfield. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is, too.
He'll take a shot. Picked off. Strikes the blow. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown USC! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bruins.
UCLA, number 83, with the grab and the score.
How about this? These guys are going for two. He's into the end zone for the two, and he makes it a three-possession game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
45, UCLA, 22.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Here's the give off the left side. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Gets it out quickly. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Feeling some heat. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Touchdown, Trojans! And the punishment has been extended. USC stretches out that lead, and not too far in the distance, they're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in L.A.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute. And right now, they're getting ready to chant "Fight on" at the end of this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on now.
He's going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The ball is out behind the line. Bounced right back to them. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, they convert. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Looking to scramble. He'll get rid of it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Trojans! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick-6.
UCLA, 22.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the back. Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wide out in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dropping back, it's Moss. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the beatdown has ensued. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it out. It's Love. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head.
Touchdown, USC! And the route is on. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
UCLA 22.
Coming out with it, it's Love. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Bruins headed quickly to the line. Trying play action.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, UCLA.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on fourth down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
He makes the connection. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
Brings up second and goal.
Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Moves.
To throw, it's Moss. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. 3rd and goal coming up here.
Blitz. Cricket. Blizzy.
Off the play fake. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. And the stomping has commenced. Climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over Louisville. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He'll try to take it back. And just an outstanding return takes it back to the 7-yard line.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking downfield, it's Avery. Floating away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Love. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it out. It's Love. Why in the world did he not take a knee? He's down at the 3-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
They'll give him a couple that leaves him with...
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to take off. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The 4th down try goes awry, and that might just do it.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
These corners backing off a bit. Going up top on 1st down. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.